Hill also warns about fear, which he calls the greatest obstacle to wealth. He identifies 6 basic fears: poverty, criticism, ill health, loss of love, old age, and death. These fears operate silently, sabotaging decisions, delaying action, and creating anxiety. The first step to overcoming them is awareness. When you name your fear, you reduce its power. When you act despite it, you transform it. Fear doesn't disappear, but it becomes fuel. The role of the 6th sense also appears in this phase. Hill admits, this is the most mysterious concept, and also the most powerful. The 6th sense, he explains, is the mind's ability to access solutions beyond logic, a kind of intuition that arises after long periods of discipline, study, and alignment. It's not about magic, it's about mental conditioning. Those who are focused, aligned, and committed begin to know without knowing how they know. They anticipate, sense, and decide from a deeper place. Finally, Hill talks about resilience. He shows that most people give up just before success arrives. Many who failed were only one step away from victory. The universe tests intention, not to punish, but to purify. Those who persist through the dip rise stronger. Those who quit confirm their doubts. The winner isn't always the most brilliant, but the one who refuses to stop. Optimized insights. Part 3. Belief sets the limit. Not skill, faith is mental certainty that guides action. Habits shape destiny. Thoughts shape habits. Fear thrives in silence. Name it, face it, act anyway. Inner narrative builds or destroys identity. The 6th sense is conditioned intuition. Visualizing goals trains the subconscious to pursue them. Every action reinforces or weakens belief. Wealth starts in the mind and is sustained by habit. Giving up early confirms fear. Persistence overcomes it. In the final part, we'll close with the mental laws of success, how to guard your mind, and why success is less about luck and more about inner structure. If you're finding value here, don't forget to subscribe to the Optimized channel and share this with someone who's ready to grow rich from within. This is mental wealth, and you're building it now. As Think and Grow Rich comes to an end, Napoleon Hill reinforces one of his most powerful messages. Success is not an accident, it's a mental structure. Every result you see in the external world was first built internally, through thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. That's why guarding your mind is the final, and perhaps most important, command. Your mental space must be protected with the same intensity you protect your physical space. What you allow in, ideas, opinions, news, voices, defines what grows in you. Hill advises you to avoid negative people, pessimists, and constant critics. Not because you should live in denial, but because mental energy is a precious asset. A contaminated environment breeds contaminated thoughts, and a person with polluted thoughts cannot produce clean results. That's why he insists, choose carefully who you listen to, who you walk with, and what you consume. You are constantly being shaped by the invisible and shaping your destiny in the process. One of the final chapters addresses the power of clarity. Many people want success, but few know what that success really looks like. Hill teaches that success needs to be defined, not assumed. What is wealth to you? What does a successful life mean? When you define it in detail, your energy aligns. Clarity eliminates internal noise, and that's what allows you to focus, act, and persist, even without immediate results. Hill also reaffirms the importance of taking responsibility. Nothing empowers more than this phrase, I am the cause of my results. It doesn't mean you control everything, but it means you can always choose how you respond. Victimhood may bring comfort, but it blocks progress. Responsibility brings weight, but also gives you the steering wheel. The moment you assume that your life is your project, everything changes. You stop waiting and start creating. Another essential idea is that of inner wealth. Hill insists that being rich is not just about having money, it's about becoming someone capable of generating, maintaining, and multiplying value. That includes discipline, emotional intelligence, mental clarity, and ethical integrity. Money without structure creates chaos. Money with wisdom creates legacy. And that legacy begins with self-mastery. In closing, Hill calls the reader to action. Knowledge is not power. Knowledge is potential power. Only action transforms ideas into results. That's the final key. You can read, learn, and reflect, but until you act, nothing changes. Start where you are. Use what you have. Repeat the process. And never forget, your wealth grows at the same pace as your thoughts. Change your mind, and you'll change your life. Optimized insights. Final part. 4 mental structure builds external success. Protect your mental space like a sacred asset. Your environment feeds or poisons your thoughts. Clarity eliminates doubt and sharpens direction. Responsibility replaces excuses. With power, you are the project. And the architect. Wealth is created from the inside out. Money without structure is chaos. Success needs definition before execution. Only action transforms knowledge into results. Napoleon Hill didn't promise magic. He revealed mental law. To grow rich, start by growing conscious. To attract wealth, become someone capable of sustaining it. And if this summary helped you take a step in that direction, subscribe now to the Optimized channel. Here, you don't just dream, you build the mental architecture of your richest version. See you in the next video.